everyone, this is Mindy for Concord and Ninth, and I'm introducing you to the Love Lines Turnabout stamp set and coordinating die set. Concord and Ninth did it again with this fantastic turnabout stamp that has these beautiful whimsical images on here and some coordinating sentiments. Now the die set also has some images that you can add to embellish your card front. Before we jump in to the turnabout stamp, I want to take a closer look at the die set, which includes this banner die that you can use these pieces individually or layered together for this fun look. Then we have these hearts down here. Now these are kind of a 2-for-1. You have an outline and then also the solid piece from the inside. I think these would make a really great confetti mix for shaker cards. We have this larger heart that cuts the shadow and then also an outline, and then you could also use that inside piece. We have an outline of a flower, so one I did in matte gold cardstock, the other one I did some die cut inlay, and then we have the Love, Love, Love You in this beautiful scripty font and shadow layer. Now the turnabout stamp is kind of a 3-for-1. You are going to be able to get 3 different designs with this particular stamp set. The reason for that is we have an inner layer that you can do the turnabout with to create this circle in the center of your card. Then we have the outside layer, which is a separate stamp, and that would allow you to create a frame, leaving the circle empty to add a sentiment to. And then we can put them both together to create an entire background. Before I show you how to do this, I want to quickly go through the sentiments on the stamp set. They include Happy Valentine's Day, You're the Best, I like you quite a lot, I love that I know you, Hello Lovely, and Thanks Friend in that scripty font. For the first card, I'm going to create the frame on my card. So I already went ahead and used the alignment grid, and I have my all-in-one jig in here with my cardstock in place. This is a quick look at the colors that I will be using today. Now that everything is in place and I have the one on my all-in-one jig up in the right-hand corner, I can go ahead and ink this up with my lightest color. I usually start with my lightest color first, inking my stamp up, and then I'm going to stamp this down onto my cardstock. And this cardstock piece is using the white cardstock from Concord and Ninth that is cut to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Once I stamp this down, I will clean off my stamp to make sure that it's dry for my next one. I'm going to turn my all-in-one jig so the number 2 is up in the right-hand corner. And I just kind of pat my stamp to make sure that it is completely dry. Then I'm going to bring in my second lightest color, so either the yellow or this sea glass. You could stamp first, either one. So this one is sea glass and I'm stamping down. I will turn my jig so I have that 3 in the top corner, stamp down the sorbet, and then my last color is Oceanside. So now we have this frame on the front of our card. Since I already have this stamp in place, I'm going to go ahead and add the second one and do our full panel background. So I use the alignment guide to line up that center piece, pick it up at the door of my MISTI, remove my alignment guide, and then I can place another piece of cardstock down. So this one is creating the entire background. I started with the Stardust, the Sea Glass, Sorbet, and Oceanside. To remove my cardstock, I'm just going to carefully bend my all-in-one jig and let that cardstock pop off. I cleaned my jig off, and then I'm carefully peeling back that frame to leave the centerpiece in there. And then once again, I can go through and stamp all of my colors, turning my jig each time to create that perfect centerpiece. So here is a look at all 3 backgrounds I was able to create. The first card example I want to share with you might be one of my favorite cards that I created out of this release, and that is using that centerpiece or that circle in the center there with the turnabout. And I used the Love, Love, Love You word die cut out of matte gold cardstock, and I also have some clear embellishments. So this is something new this month for Concord and Ninth. These are the dewdrop embellishments, so it's just clear. There's a variety of sizes in here, and they come in this really great case. All you have to do is kind of snap it off. There's also some sequins mix. This is going to be great for some shaker cards, and there's a mix of gold and silver in here in a variety of sizes. Then you just put the cap back on and kind of snap it shut. My next card I want to share is using that full panel background I created. I have a banner down at the bottom with a sentiment, and then I also used the Love and Hugs off of the Sweet Sayings die set. This turnabout is so great because there's so much value packed into that one stamp set. And that was a closer look at the Love Lines Turnabout stamp set and coordinating die.